Ladies and gentlemen, the graduation ceremony will begin shortly. Please switch off your handphones or put them on silent mode if you haven't done so. We have arranged for official photographers to take photos of all graduates receiving their diplomas. There's no need to come to the front to take photographs during the ceremony. I will be inviting you to stand when the academic procession enters and leaves the convention hall. Lastly, dear graduates, please ensure that you have your admission ticket and identity card with you before joining the queue to receive the scroll box on stage. You will be issued with a card login ID and password as you leave the stage. Please keep the card as you will need it to place your order for photos. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. National Anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Our guest speaker, Mr. Andrew Tan Kok Kiong, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the 54th graduation ceremony of the Singapore Polytechnic. At this 8th session, we will be presenting diplomas and other awards to graduates from Singapore Maritime Academy and School of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Our guest speaker this evening is Mr. Andrew Tan Kok Keong, Chief Executive of Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore. Mr. Tan was appointed as Chief Executive on 1st January 2014. Mr. Tan joined the Singapore Administrative Service in 1991 and worked in various government agencies. His last appointment was Chief Executive Officer of the National Environment Agency from 2009 till 2013. Mr. Tan was also Principal Private Secretary to Minister Mentor Lee Kuan Yew from 2002 to 2004 and worked on the memoirs of Mr. Lee from 1994 till 1997. He was the founding director of the Center for Livable Cities from 2008 to 2010 and remains a fellow. Mr. Tan sits on the board of the Agency for Science, Technology and Research, Singapore Maritime Foundation, Singapore Chamber of Maritime Arbitration, Singapore Maritime Institute, Tropical Marine Science Institute, and Center for Maritime Studies. Mr. Tan graduated with first-class honours from King's College, University of London, and obtained his Master's in Public Administration from Harvard Kennedy School of Government. It is now my pleasure to invite Mr. Andrew Tan Kok Keong to deliver the graduation address. Mr. Tan, please.
Mr. Tan Choon Sian, Principal and CEO of Singapore Polytechnic, graduates and parents, ladies and gentlemen, very good evening. It is my pleasure, in fact, it is my delight to join you today at Singapore's Polytechnic's 56th graduation ceremony. Congratulations to all the graduates from the Singapore Maritime Academy, or SMA, and the School of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Please give yourself a round of applause. This ceremony is a culmination of your hard work throughout your 3 years in Singapore Polytechnic and a proud moment for you and your loved ones. Today, more than 5,000 companies from key sectors such as port operations, shipping, maritime services, as well as marine and offshore engineering make up the dynamic maritime ecosystem in Singapore. A 170,000 strong diverse workforce supports the wide-ranging technical and business-related functions in this vibrant industry. As a choice port of call and an international maritime center, the maritime sector contributes about 7% to Singapore's GDP, and in 2013, the Singapore maritime industry's value add was about Singapore $20 billion. Last year, the Port of Singapore maintained its position as the top bunkering port in the world. It also achieved good growth in terms of annual vessel arrival tonnage, container, and cargo throughput. The Singapore Registry of Ships also grew in size and is ranked the top 10 registries in the world, if not the top 5. These indicators are testament to the maritime success that Singapore has achieved. However, with the growth in international trade, the need to remain competitive in the global arena has become more compelling. And this is especially so when other nations are hot on our heels to also be maritime hubs. So how do we remain competitive? What's next for Maritime Singapore? Singapore has to now take on a strategic approach towards developing the sector, which includes investments in new infrastructure, attracting more maritime companies, and growing the pool of maritime manpower. Since 2007, MPA, through the Maritime Cluster Fund and the Maritime Innovation and Technology Fund, has set aside a total of $200 million to develop the maritime capability as well as R&D in this sector. And more recently, in 2010, MPA committed an additional $200 million to establish the Singapore Maritime Institute to adopt and drive a holistic approach towards maritime education and R&D. You would already know that our port expansion plans at Tuas are well underway. The new port in Tuas aims to be bigger, more efficient, better equipped to be future-ready to handle the growing port activities. We don't just want to build just another port, but we want to build a port that achieves higher efficiency, higher performance standards, and also meets higher environmental standards. As part of exploring new technologies, systems, and processes in container terminal operations, MPA recently extended our MOU with PSA Corporation Limited under the Port Technology Research and Development Program for another 5 years. Now, both parties can collaborate further on key areas such as port automation, planning and control systems, as well as in green port solutions. As technologies and operations at the port and onboard ships modernize and evolve, we see increasingly more sophisticated equipment, electrical systems, communication systems, and other computer software being adopted. And in line with these developments, there's greater demand for engineers, not just for marine engineering, but also from various disciplines, such as information communication engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, to support the growing maritime industry. Another key strategy would be to continue providing a pro-business environment for incumbent and prospective companies looking to leverage on business opportunities in the East. To do this, MPA regularly consults and engages key stakeholders and industry associations to identify and address the gaps faced by Singapore-based maritime companies in Singapore. And we hope that with more companies setting up and growing their businesses in Singapore, fellow Singaporeans will have access to more employment opportunities, both in seafaring as well as shore-based jobs. It is not only important to create employment opportunities, but also to attract and train locals that are well equipped to take on such opportunities and have successful careers in the maritime sector. It is in this vein that MPA, together with key partners such as the industry and schools, including Singapore Polytechnic, are intensifying our efforts to grow and develop maritime manpower. Beyond that, we've also been reaching out to the youth and general public, which you may have read in the newspapers over the last few weeks. We just had a very successful Singapore Maritime Week last month, and we also recently launched the Singapore Maritime Trails, which aims to promote greater public interest in our maritime heritage. And we do have a long maritime heritage that is worthy and substantive for us to want to keep it going, and also for the young to understand this is how we started off as a trading port and how we have developed into the modern port that it is today, and how we are going to take it even further with our new mega port that we'll be building in Tuas. So moving forward, MPA will continue to strengthen our manpower development efforts, and more recently, we have also extended our efforts at the community level, such as working together with Mendaki Sense on their Careers at Maritime program. And here is where we leverage on established community platforms to reach out to a wider pool of locals who are keen to join the maritime sector. The career guidance and job matching provided under this program can help to train our people with the right skills before being deployed to a suitable job of his or her interest. And MPA has plans to explore how we could similarly work with other self-help groups such as CDAC and SINDA. Some of you might be in the midst of looking for a job. Others might have decided to pursue higher education. Whichever path you decide to take, let me assure you that our maritime journey will be an interesting one filled with diverse opportunities. And let me cite just a few examples of individuals who have different academic interests, skill sets, and yet have planned to carve out a maritime career for themselves. One of your peers, Ms. Chong Hui Ting, comes from a family of maritime professionals. Her father is a retired ship captain, and her brother is currently working in the bunker trading business. Driven by her interest in the commercial aspects of the maritime industry, Hui Ting enrolled in a diploma in maritime business program. Today, Hui Ting graduates with a merit and is also a recipient of the MPA Gold Medal. She's keen to pursue higher education in legal studies and to make a mark in the field of maritime law. Another example is Ms. Ong Shi Ching, who always had a strong interest in navigation and initially envisaged herself as a pilot. Fortunately, the idea of life at sea resonated stronger with her adventurous spirit, and today she graduates with a diploma with merit in nautical studies, and she will start serving on board Norwegian Gateway, which is a Norwegian cruise liner vessel, next month, and plans to obtain a certificate of competency over the next 5 years. When Shi Ching is ready to transit to a shore-based job, she would like to pursue the Master of Science in Maritime Studies at the Nanyang Technological University, and she believes that this will put her in good stead as a prospective shipbroker. One of your seniors, Mr. Terence Ng Wee Siang, was awarded the Tripartite Maritime Scholarship Scheme in 2003. Upon completing the Diploma in Marine Engineering program, he started sailing with his sponsor company, Pacific International Lines Private Limited. Terence has successfully obtained the Class 5 and Class 2 COCs and is currently serving as a second engineer on board. With additional sea time, attainment of Class 1 COC, and continued good showing on the job, Terence stands a good chance to move up as a chief engineer. In addition to the Tripartite Maritime Scholarship Scheme, there are many other initiatives that promote maritime careers. And for instance, you may have read that MPA sponsors the Global Internship Award, which is a unique program that allows selected undergraduates to intern with both local as well as overseas officers of international maritime companies. And just 2 weeks ago, I had the pleasure of meeting some 20 recipients for the 2014 run, and we even grouped together and we took a selfie picture, which I posted on my Twitter account. Beyond students, MPA also encourages maritime employees to upgrade their knowledge and widen their skill sets through the Maritime Cluster Fund, or MCF. Schemes under MCF include training grant support for relevant education and training courses. And maritime companies, some of you may be represented here, can also enjoy co-funding when they send their high-potential local employees overseas for training or place them in the management associate tracks. We hope this allows maritime employees to remain deployable across various maritime sectors. So as you can see, we have a whole suite of measures, we have a whole suite of initiatives. We're just waiting for people to take advantage of them, companies also take advantage of them, and this will provide you with that additional capabilities that will allow you to do well in this growing sector. So when I was asked to offer a personal note as part of my speech today, I reflected on what would be the qualities that I see as important in an employee or colleague or even a teammate, and I've narrowed it down to 3, which I'd like to share, especially with the new graduates today. The first quality would be passion. Even for myself, I'm coming into a new sector, but I can see its potential, and I feel passionate about it, very much because the people that are in this sector itself are also very passionate people. And I think that fires up your own passion, and that's where you can get things going, you can get things moving. And when I refer to this, I'm saying that this passion is also the same passion that will take you on a lifelong journey of learning, because learning doesn't stop just here, it's only just a beginning, and you have to make sure that you continue to be adaptable, to be nimble, to be flexible, so that you can keep yourself relevant. The second quality will be commitment to whatever task you are assigned. Always give it your best shot. Yes, there may be times when you think you may not have sufficient knowledge or expertise to do your task, but it's best to give it your best shot anyway. Learn as you can. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fail. In fact, it's the best way in which you can learn some of the useful lessons that will stand in good stead for your future career. And the third and last quality would be resilience. And sometimes, despite your best efforts, things do not go well. And circumstances might not be in your favor, or you might make a couple of mistakes. But if you're able to pick yourself up, learn a lesson or two, and continue to give your best on the rest of your journey, then you can become resilient. And part of our success as a maritime hub can be attributed to this same resilience of the maritime community in Singapore, which has demonstrated time and time again despite the cyclical nature of the shipping industry. In conclusion, graduates, there could not be a more interesting time for you to join our maritime family as Singapore positions itself to strengthen its competitive advantage and create new value propositions for our maritime sector. As you enter the next chapter of your lives, I hope you will find within yourselves the passion, the commitment, the resilience that will lead you well through an exciting and meaningful journey. On this note, I would like to once again congratulate all parents as well as the graduates and wish you a great success in your future endeavors. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Mr. Tan. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is a short film that captures the new SP vision, a caring community of inspired learners committed to serve with mastery. It also summarizes the journey that every student goes through in SP and how they become our purposeful and caring individuals who use their skills to serve others. We hope this legacy will be played on for many more years to come. This moving film, entitled The Journey, was directed by Mr. Elvin Lee and his course mates from the Diploma in Digital Media class of 2011. Mr. Lee has recently become the first Singaporean to gain admission into the prestigious Beijing Film Academy to study film directing. Please sit back and enjoy the short film. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the presentation of diplomas to the graduates. This evening, we will be presenting diplomas and other awards to 322 graduates from Singapore Maritime Academy and 90 graduates from the School of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. May I now call upon the Director of Singapore Maritime Academy, Mr. Roland Tan, to present the diplomas. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates for the Diploma in Marine
Iqmal
Engineering.
bin Zulkafli. Ko Nyap Hui Elvin. Adi Sufyan bin Husin. Afiq bin Muhammad Saleh. Eloise Hu Ziming. Elvin Wong Kwei Long. Ang Chin Hao. Ang Wei Jie. Anton Neo Pei Kun. Chan Xian Noel. Cheng Shu Bo. Cheong Tong. Cherry Christabel Leong Su Fang. Chia Jia Ting Samuel. Chia Jue Chiang. Choi Hon Fong. Chua Yi Yin. Chue Wen Xiang. Dean Ong Sin Hao. Dinishan Ramakrishnan. Donovan King Jia Ying. Farah Hanani binti Mokri. Fu Yuanzhe. Glenn Nigel Jaishankar. Ho Wei Ming. Ho Wei Shen Robin, Huang Chung Kwan, Zi Ye Tek, Li Jianwei, Li Junyi, Liu Jiahao, Liu Jinyong, Liu Wei Sing, Lim Jinming Alvin, Ling Sijeng, Liu Qinlin, Mark Xia Pi Hao, Mong Za Wam, Melvin Tan Wei Jie, Muhammad Sultan Irshad bin Abdul Rahim, Muhammad Dastagir Shaikh Osman, Muhammad Fuad bin Supad, Muhammad Nazaruddin bin Rosali, Muhammad Nur Solihin bin Zainuddin, Muhammad Rizal bin Zailan, Muhammad Rizwan bin Katerman, Muhammad Sufyan bin Kamaruddin, Miet Tet Tin, Narendran Vignasvaran, Niu Jiahua, Niu Jiahui Joel, Ong Jin Ye Matthew, Ong Kok Wai, Ong Sin Wei, Nisia Ong Jia Ying, Nora Faradila binti Muhammad Sadali, Nguyen Linh Thuần, Pi Ze Ling, Po Cheng Xiang Irving, Sheikh Nabil bin Sheikh Nasser, Siti Shafika binti Saleh, Suki Yang King, Sun Yijie, Tan Wei Guang, Tracia Tok Wei Tien, Victor Ho Ziliang, Wang Ji, Liu Xuanlin Yvonne, Wong Hock Chuan, Yatavi Hing,
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates for the Diploma in Maritime Business.
Chao Mei Ling, Ian Tae Jia Jin, Leong Shi Yi, Lim Jia Yin, Lin Guo Rong, Marilyn Lim Yi Jie, Tiao Hui Fang, Zhuang Xin Ru, Adinda Tias Hapsari, Amanda Fo Wei Jian, Amy Juliana binti Jasni, Ang Yi Lin, Azri bin Anwar, Karina Fu Xiang Ru, Chan Hui Min, Chan Joey, Chan Wan Ting Eunice, Chu Young Young, Chu San He, Chu Min Ting, Chu Pei Cheng Marcus, Chua Kai Ling, Chua Si Yu, Danielle Tan Yu Ting, Darren Tan De Shin, Davis Nyo Bo Kai, Desmond Tan Yuan Tong, Dominic Tia Zihen, Eng Tien Ling Stephen, Erwin Martin Muhammad Ghazali, Faris Asidik bin M. Razali, Go Si Sing, Guo Shan Shan, Guo Yu Luo Zi, Heng Jing Kang, Ho Su Yi, Tet Ong Ling, Huang Biyu, Huang Dezheng, Indah Ilika binti Laman, Inshira binti Haron Patel, J. Prashant, Jiang Lu Yao, Jong Myung Hyuk, Juliani binti Muhammad Arifin, Ko Yen Ting, Ko Kai Xiang Jason, Ko Moon Jun Justin, Ko Wei Shan, Quet Xiao Hing, Quek Jin Jie, Lao Hui Ping Javina, Lao Jia Wei Benny, Levin Balan, Li Yuexi, Lek Jin Hao, Lim Kai Ming, Lim Shi Wei, Lim Si Min, Lim Zi Gui, Liu Jie Yin, Lo Jit Kin Kenneth, Lydia Maslina binti Maslan, Mandy Lim Man Ting, Mira Nazira binti Muhammad Ghazali, Muhammad Abdillah bin Sugianto, Muhammad Dinir bin Abdul Aziz, Muhammad Fakir bin Ubaidillah, Muhammad Said Tudin bin Muhammad Rafi, Muhammad Shahid bin Muhammad Zien, Muhammad Shafiq bin Essi, Muhammad Taufik bin Abdul Rahman, Eng Jingying Lydia, Eng Li Rong, Eng Si Hui, Norman Xie Chang Long, Nur Akila Faiza binti Sulaiman. Nur Farahin binti Abdul Rahim. Nur Masturina binti Abdul Rahim. Nur Sahira binti Roslan. Nur Sakina binti Muhammad Anwar. Nur Shakila binti Subhan. Nurul Rafida binti Jafar. Nurul Shakta binti Kamaruzaman. Pang Jinwen Ryan. Hua Bingshin. Sebastian Lim Ting Hui. Shafika binti Abdul Wahab. Shahazad bin Mustafa. Shashi Rampach. Sim Ying Ying Shalin. Siti Nabila binti Sidon. Siti Nur Zafira binti Nur Jihan. Steffi Neo Aitin. Suhaida binti Nordin. Tan Boon Pin. Tan Jingwen. Tan Jin Hao Eugene. Tan Ming Tong Chester. Tan Shi Wei. Tan Sin Pei Felicia. Teo Hong Wei. Teo Sin Yu. Teo Zheng Xiang. Teo Zhi Kang. Tam Yao Jie. To Jin Heng. To Kien Kyong. Umaira binti Majid. Wang Yi Heng. Wee Eng Meng. Wilbert Wirawan. Winsel C. Zhou, alias Zhou Winsel Celso. Wong Yu Hua. Xiao Xiong. Xie Pei Lin. Shi Ti-en Elijah. Shi Shan Shan. Yo Min Brenda. Yo Man Ling. Yip Yi Yen. Yon Ji Wen Desmond. Yong Shu Mei. Yong Wei An. Yusadila binti Yusuf.
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates for the Diploma in Nautical Studies.
Tabitha Gui Li Xiang. Abdul Amar Hanif bin Abdul Rahim. Abdul Hasif bin Muhammad Shafi. Ahmad Tarmimi bin Sharif. Elder Michael Tan. Chiu Si Chao. Isadora binti Jamil. Gunalan Krishnamurthy. Jason Swee King Sun. Laksmanan Manimaran, Lee Yu Hin, Lee Hui Ling Justina, Muhammad Sharif Khaja Rizwan Ali, Muhammad Ashraf Muhammad Ajmain, Muhammad Azhar bin Abdul Aziz, Muhammad Farhan bin Abdul Aziz, Muhammad Iksan bin Rozainor, Muhammad Shafiq bin Baharuddin, Murugan R. Jayabalan, Nurul Shukriya binti Yahya, Ong Shi Ching, Rabiatul Adawiyah binti Parian, Sanjay Joshua Philip, Stanley Liu Wenjin, Sulaiman bin Ismail, Yo Zijin,
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the list of graduates from the Singapore Maritime Academy. Thank you, Mr. Tan. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now present diplomas to the graduates from the School of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. May I call upon Mr. Loh Yu Cheong, Director of the School of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, to present the diplomas. Mr. Loh, please. The graduates for the Diploma in Info Communication Engineering and Design,
Gloria Ng Yun Yi, Noraidil Sufyan bin Kamsani, Sebastian Chan Zhihui, Tay Kejin, Abdul Aziz bin Ishaq, Abdul Latif bin Abdul Hamid, Akila Kumar, Andrew Ho Jia Wei, Ang Yen Leong Ashley, Angeline Kwek Fang Yu, Anura Piasiri Diaz, Seletaria Charmaine Eliza Alimboyo Gwyn, Chan Jian Ming, Chan Kien An, Chan Wei Xiang Kenneth, Chiam Hui Chiang, Chiang Junhan Hayden, Chong Pei Yi, Chua Kia Hyang, Chua Wilson, Chua Jong Han, Clifford Ang Wei Kang, Eileen Ko Hui Ching, Famira Farhana Putri Amir, Fan Shu Sing, Fu Yi Wei, Gabriel Liao Ye Cheng, Go Zhi Yong Justin, Heng Jin Hao, Ho Ming En, Ivan Ong Ding Jin, Jacob Ko Jin Hao, Jahan Vijayarahavan Balan, Jaren Ling Jieren, Jehan Dwi Pratama Chandra, Joyce Lee Miao Lin, Kamalaveni Chandran, Kun Wan Jie, Ko Ren Tai, Kwek Kong Lee, Lam Kwok On, Law Sheng Ju, Lee Mei Yuan Chloe, Leong Shi Yun, Lim Hao Chong Joel, Lim Kien Kun, Lim Zhihao Gabriel, Louis Lo Zhi Li, Mark Jian Yu Clement, Muhammad Azri bin Ahmad, Mok Lu Hao Andy, Muhammad Sharif bin Muhammad Salim, Muhammad Shafiq bin Azmi, Muhammad Tarmizi bin Abdul Aziz, Eng Chim Liang, Nor Farah Amira binti Azli Nor, Nur Afika binti Zailan, Nur Anis binti Madslan, Nur Nazura binti Abdul Rahman, Nur Shahida binti Sharil, Rina Fu Hui Lin, Saravanan Krishnan, So Qi Shan, Shamira binti Musa, Tai Shumin, Tan Kai Lun Eddie, Tan Tek Wee, Tang Ren Jie, Te Yu Shan, Tian Miao, Ting Yong Kiet Telson, To Wen Sheng Wilson, Wei Shiling, Yo Zhenhao, Yap Li Min Vanessa,
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates for the Diploma in Information Communication Technology.
Muhammad Fazrian bin Asman, Tan Swan Lee Richmond Andes,
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the list of graduates from the School of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Thank you, Mr. Loh. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now present the prizes. May I invite Mr. Goh Teck Poh, member of the Singapore Polytechnic Board of Governors, to present the following prizes. Mr. Goh, please. From the Diploma in Marine Engineering, the Neptune Ship Management Service Prize and Semcock Marine Prize, Li Chuan Te. The Semcock Marine Prize and the Singapore Shipping Association Prize, Xavier Hung Wei Chia. From the Diploma in Maritime Business course, the Fastest Shipping Prize, Estella Bu Chien Lin. The Bourbon Offshore Asia Prize, Lim Pei Si. The Stanford Marine Asia Prize, Nurul Fatin binti Abdul Muttalib. The Singapore Shipping Association Prize, Sherry Han Kan Lin. The BGC Radix Energy Prize and the Pacific International Lines Prize, Tony Basuki. From the Diploma in Nautical Studies course, the Integral Marine Consultants Prize and the Smith Prize, Ajilan Anak Lelaki Asukan. From the Diploma in Info Communication, Engineering and Design course, the Singapore Technologies Telemedia Prize, Cho Wai Liang. That concludes the presentation of prizes. Thank you, Mr. Goh. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now present medals to our top graduates for excelling in their courses of study. May I invite Mr. Andrew Tan Kok Keong, Chief Executive of Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore, to present the medals. Mr. Tan, please. From the Diploma in Marine Engineering course, the Society of Naval Architects and Marine Engineers Silver Medal and Keppel Offshore Marine Prize, Semcorp Prize, awarded to Siti Rolia binti Muhammad Ridwan. This graduate was awarded the Lee Kuan Yew Award on the first session of the graduation ceremony. Today, the Semcorp Marine Gold Medal, the Keppel Offshore and Marine Prize, the OCBC Prize, the Singapore Maritime Employers Federation Prize, Singapore Maritime Officer Union Prize, and the Institution of Engineers Gold Medal Award awarded to Muhammad Nur Hidayat binti Rasiti. From the Diploma in Maritime Business course, the Singtel Maritime Satellite Silver Medal, the Stanford Marine Asia Prize, and the Trust Maritime Services Prize are awarded to Nur Hidayah binti Zainuddin. The Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore Gold Medal, the Jardine Shipping Services Prize, the Singapore Maritime Employers Federation Prize, and the Singapore Maritime Officers Union Prize are awarded to Chong Hui Ting. From the Diploma in Info Communication Engineering and Design course, the Singapore Technologies Telemedia Silver Medal is awarded to Mo Mo Ong. The Singapore Technologies Telemedia Gold Medal and the Institution of Engineers Gold Medal Award are awarded to Ngo Yong Kit. That concludes the presentation of top medals. Thank you, Mr. Tan. Ladies and gentlemen, giving the valedictory speech this evening is Lavin Balan, a graduate from the Diploma course in Maritime Business. May I now call upon Lavin to deliver the farewell address on behalf of the new graduates. Lavin, please.
A very good evening to our guest speaker, Mr. Andrew Tan Kok Keong, Principal and CEO, Mr. Tan Chun Shen, ladies and gentlemen. 3 years ago, I decided to pursue my dream in the maritime industry. Initially, I felt lost in this new environment. worried and overwhelmed, I wondered if I could survive the next 3 years. I believe many of us here have felt the same way. There were times like these when we were faced with numerous assignment deadlines, challenges, and problems. We felt completely drained and on the verge of giving up. We even questioned if we had made the right choice. But I'm proud to say that none of us here actually gave up, because if we had, we wouldn't be here on this very special occasion. The Singapore Maritime Academy has broadened our knowledge of the maritime industry and provided us with numerous learning opportunities. Some of us got the opportunity to sail on board the world's fastest tall ship, STS Palada, while the others got to go for overseas immersion programs to Japan, Korea, and China. We gained first-hand practical knowledge during our industrial attachments at well-known shipping companies and got to participate in the fun-filled Mel Camp on board Superstar Virgo. In fact, over the course of these 3 years, SP has provided me with a holistic education and not only developed me to be independent, competent, and creative, but also to be work-ready, life-ready, and world-ready. Let me recount a personal lesson I learned. Recently, I was involved in LEAP Advanced Taiwan, an expedition organized by SP to help students to develop their leadership skills. This expedition required students to scale Sueshan, also known as the Snow Mountain, the second highest mountain in Taiwan. In addition, we had to cycle for 230 kilometers. We worked hard for months preparing for this exciting trip. Having just recovered from a flu, I wondered if I should continue such an arduous trip. Faced with this situation, I decided to challenge myself and continue the trip instead of backing out from it. With the help of staff and friends and a never give up attitude, I managed to complete the task and climb the mountain. Today, at the end of another significant milestone of our lives, many of us will be parting ways to begin a new chapter in life. We owe our success to those who have constantly supported and believed in us. As such, I'd like to invite all of you to join me in expressing our heartfelt gratitude to first, our lecturers, who played a monumental role in guiding and motivating us, and not forgetting all the non-teaching staffs who had made our learning journey here so seamless. I would also like to take this opportunity to express my love and appreciation to my family. Mom, Dad, Kalpana, and Grandma, thank you for the countless thoughtful things you have done that have resulted in my success today. And I'm forever indebted to all of you. Thank you, dear friends, for being like brothers and sisters to me and making SP feel like home. Let us put our hands together and give our lecturers, staff, parents, family a big round of applause. My fellow graduates, as we embark on the next phase of our lives, I hope we will always remember never to give up. Never give up on your dreams and aspirations. Never give up on yourself. And most importantly, never give up, because the race isn't over. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2014.
Thank you, Lavin. Ladies and gentlemen, this year is a very special occasion for Singapore Polytechnic, as it is our 60th birthday. To add to the joyous occasion, we present to you a very special SP at 60 rap song, written and sung by Brian Ong, a graduate from the Diploma in Music and Audio Technology. Please sit back and enjoy the video.
Dude, was that Frisian? Singapore Polytechnic exceeding glass ceilings of every attic that's problematic, excelling in academics and seeming so automatic like cinnamon biscuit. I'm nibbling lunch in my stomach, then it's pancreatic acid digested immediately. It ain't not to see, we'll take that number one spot. Go ahead and pop confetti from up in the hilltop down to the main library. Triple E blocks and get back to Bang Daddy. Stop, now take a second to chew on that. 60 years and we're still at the top of the and it hangs from our necks. Hashtag respect quality. Everyone knows that's a fact. Oh, what a treasure, you feel the pressure. No one could match us, maybe they might, but they might just go back on a stretcher. Hold up, I didn't mean to be mean. All I'm trying to say is we're pretty much the A-team. Make it pace from here all the way to Beijing. We know how to get the pace up like F1 racing. One part art, two parts smart, three parts heart, four parts harmony, all parts amazing. Have you ever had a dream come to life like you're living in a silver screen? Golden light is right here with no more right outside your door. This dreams alive. Open them champagne bottles is a toast to those who chose to go to Dover Road. Postal code 390651. Even though you live the expo like coast to coast, it goes to show we're overloaded with fourfold gold and no so enroll if you know you're the kind into a computers engineering era. Planes or Anna, mating drawings Adobe Illustrator, Froggy dissector, studio life rapper, biomechanical fashion storyboard sketcher, and behind the camera, maybe architecture, aspiring business entrepreneur. Oh whatever, SB will be the place until you graduate. Wait 3 years later with your diploma. That's why it's gonna get crazy and have you ever had a dream come to life like you're living in a silver screen? Golden light is right here with no more right outside your door. This dreams alive. Haters, I pardon your misbehaviors. Your thinking is probably still in the beta stages. I'm just a narrator, narrating from the paper, painting pictures for your lot, then drooling on the flavor. I'm doing you all a favor, I'm your neighbor, telling you the truth in every quaver. Let's confirm those rumors you've heard, browsing the internet on your computers. All of you students, in case y'all are clueless, Singapore Polytechnic as the best tutors. Look to the future, we'll be the builders, we'll be the new direction wielders. We'll be at the top, we'll be the best ones, cream of the crop like bird's nest ferns. Put up the decorations, it's a celebration. Everyone dance till your feet get an abrasion. Such an occasion for us to standing ovation for Singapore. Have you ever had a dream come to life like you're living in a silver screen? Golden light is right here with no more right outside your door. This dreams alive. Have you ever had a wish that reached the sky? Then you felt the breeze at cloud nine. It's right here with no more right outside your door. This dreams alive. This dreams alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduation ceremony is now adjourned. May I invite all to stand. The procession groups will now leave the convention hall. thank you for your patience. Please join us for the tea reception at the plaza outside the convention center. May I invite parents and guests to leave the convention center first. Please ensure you have all your belongings. Wishing you a pleasant evening.